One more off the top, and this is kind of a big one. Rob, I don't know if you've heard this, but Sony Studios has the rights to make movies about some of the Marvel characters. I don't know if you were aware, which is kind of weird. They are the distributors of the Spider-Man movies, even the ones in the MCU. Sony are the distributors of those movies. They, of course, made their Venom film. They're making Morbius. They've got some other projects they've talked about. You know, Silver and Black has been brought up again recently. Whether that happens or not, we'll have to wait and see. But we've often called, and what's in a name, Rob? A rose by any other name. You know, what's in a name? But we have often called these Sony films the Spider-Verse films. Right, that's what we've kind of referred to the Sony side of it. You know, Venom's in the Spider-Verse films. That's what we call it. Well, apparently, Rob, Sony has now given an official name to these Sony Marvel films with Spider-Man and everything. And I'm not going to lie, it sounds a little ejaculatory. The name of the Sony movies is called SPUMC. Yes, you heard that right. SPUMC is the name of the Sony universe. They are officially calling it Sony Pictures Spider-Man Marvel. Wait a sec, let me get this right. Sony Pictures Universe of Marvel characters. They can't just go like simple short letter. No. They got to go like 5 letters. SPUMC. Sony Pictures Universe of Marvel characters. Say it with me again, guys. SPUMC. You know you want to say it. Rob, you know, a rose by any other name. It's just a name. It doesn't matter. The MCU is called the MCU. That's a cool sounding name. The DCU, I mean, they call it the DCEU. I often call it the DCU. Whatever. Fine, it's a name. Did nobody sit down and think maybe SPUMC isn't the best name for this? I mean, look, it doesn't matter. I like the Venom film. I like the Spider-Man films. I'm looking forward to Morbius. None of that matters. But, I mean, am I overreacting by saying this is a really stupid name? I don't know, Rob, you heard about it this morning. What do you think of SPUMC?
Some dumbass got paid to come up with this. Like, literally. How about the Sony Pictures Spider-Verse? How about that? The Sony Pictures Spider-Verse. Nice ring to it. Sounds
SPSV.
Cool. The Sony Pictures Spider-Verse. It's fun to say. It rolls off the tongue. But now we've got to call it the Sony Pictures Universe of Marvel characters. Look, this is the problem that I have with the world today. That somebody...
This is now a problem with the world. I love it.
This is just a small portion of how dumb our modern civilization can be. Like, somebody probably said in a meeting, well, you know, we don't want to limit ourselves to the Spider-Verse. I mean, what if we expanded... Who cares? You know what? All you can do is Spider-Man movies anyway. It's like the Sony Pictures Spider-Verse. It's cool. SS. You know, but no, Sony Pictures Spider-Verse isn't cool enough. You're going to call it
SS carries some negative connotations. You might not want to call it the SS. Maybe SSV.
You know, but it's the Sony Pictures Spider-Verse. So it's the just call it the SPS or SPSV. I don't know. I mean, Spider-Verse is a cool name. Yeah. It's a cool name. This is now SPUMC. First of all, it looks like, is it a military designation? The Sony Pictures Universe of Marvel characters. No, it's not a Sony Pictures universe that includes Marvel characters. That doesn't work. That's not even what it is. And it looks stupid, and no one's going to call it that. And you know what? How long has it been called this? And now we're wantonly making fun of it. It took 24 hours. Minimum. And now we're going to make fun of this. By the end of today, this will be memed all over the world. Our fans, not our fans, but our people, our fan universe of like-minded people will wantonly make fun of this. I mean, I think Pornhub should start a channel called SPUMC just for fun. And it's only going to be for, you know, their Spider-Man porn parodies. Come see our SPUMC channel. I mean, it's just so stupid.
Yeah, it's dumb. I gotta see if I can find this. I'm not sure if I can, but I'm going to try here. So here's the thing. This is what this reminds me of. Years ago, I lived in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada, right? And the pork farmers of the Canadian Union of Pork Farmers, whatever, they were trying to come up with, you know, dairy farmers. Funny. The dairy farmers have, what's the big milk catch line? It does a body good. You remember that? Milk does a body good, right? That's pretty cool. Yeah, it made you think of milk does a body good. So the pork farmers hired, I kid you not, you can go look this up. This is 100% true. Because one day I'm driving down the highway in Saskatchewan and I came across this huge billboard and they hired an ad firm to come up with, for the pork industry, their version of milk, the one you love, right? Or milk does a body good. You know what they came up with? Pork, the one you love. Commas matter, ladies and gentlemen. Commas matter. And I'm just driving down the highway and I look up this billboard, pork, the one you love? Really? Pork, the one you love. It's like, no, it's pork, the one you love. Read the billboard. It says pork, the one you love. And like some idiot can't sit in a room and say, point of order here. I think this slogan of ours could be taken the same way and maybe a lot of people make fun of it. And they looked at it and said, what are you talking about? Pork, the one you love. Nothing can go wrong. Nothing can go wrong. Yeah, I mean,
I want to see a billboard of Spider-Man, Venom, Carnage, and Morbius all running toward the billboard, like running toward you. And it just says, Spunk is coming.
Spunk is coming. You're going to spunk. Come see Morbius. You're gonna spunk. I mean, I just don't, because you nailed it, Rob. Like, there had to have been a boardroom where a bunch of idiots in suits had to sit down and go, "Oh yeah, that's good." They all had to look at this and say, "Oh yeah, that's good." It's like there wasn't one guy to go, just point of order. I don't think people are going to like this. I mean, again, it doesn't make the movies any better or any worse, but like MCU, we talk about the MCU, it really flows off the tongue. It's easy. I don't understand. And listen, again, these aren't the directors and writers and the producers. These aren't the people who make the movies doing it, but it shakes my confidence a little bit in your ability to make movies when you are such a collection of idiots that you come up with spunk as your name.
Especially when I'm looking at, I called up your Twitter feed and I'm looking at your tweet about today's show and I'm looking at the hashtag spunk. just the hashtag alone, hashtag SPUMC.
Gotta have some spunk. Everybody needs some spunk
forever. I mean, the thing about the MCU is, first of all, it's clean. But it also, in a way, the fact that it ends with a U, it conjures up the idea of a university. It might as well be Marvel Comics University or Marvel Cinematic University. It sounds erudite. It sounds elevated. MCU sounds like a kind of place that you want to be. I don't know if I want to be on the receiving end of spunk.
Be on the receiving end of spunk. Who wants to be? And there it is. There's your new T-shirt. You get Venom. Who wants to receive some spunk? Oh God, we're 12. We are so 12 years old. I don't know, but I just can't believe.
So is this acronym or whatever.
It's true. And listen, everybody knows I like what Sony's been doing for the last few years. I like what they've been doing for the last years, but this is so stupid. Anyway, guys, file this one under not very important, but oh my God, it's so dumb. Guys, question is, maybe you love this thing. Yeah, man, the Sony Pictures universe of Marvel characters. Maybe it's working for you. I don't know. Maybe it is. Jump down into the comment section below and let me know your thoughts and let the memes begin. All right, guys.